Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Map to Love with Catherine Nicole. I was guided to do a pick a card reading, and there's four different piles for you to choose from. And it was just a reading that I was guided to do with the different cards. I prayed, I shuffled, and as I was guided, put these cards into these groups. So you can pick a group just for your particular person, your divine partner, your soulmate, your twin flame, whether you're in union or not in union. You can pick one specifically, answering some questions of what is being hidden. So this is the whole thing. It's what is being hidden from me. What am I not seeing? What do I need to see so I can help transform this relationship? Whatever resonates with you, and take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. So like I said, you can pick just one that stands out to you: the green calcite, the rhodonite, the leopard skin jasper, or the blue calcite. So those are your piles. So while I'm talking about this, you can kind of think about what's resonating with you. Another way that you can look at this is, soulmates. Soulmates aren't just romantic relationships. So you can also look at this reading like soulmates in my life. And you can pick, think of a person and whatever pile stands out to you. You can pick four different people that you're thinking of. Maybe you have choices in love and you're trying to decide. And this is just what's being hidden within that connection. So we're going to talk about what archetype is your twin flame, soulmate, divine partner in right now. What is this teaching them? What are they learning right now? What's being activated within them? And the clarifiers are going to be the wisdom of the house of the night cards, and just to give us a little more meaning. And then there is an ending advice for you at this time, for the person listening to this. So we're going to use the archetype cards by Carolyn Myss to get an idea of where they're at. We're going to use the Soul's Journey cards by James Van Praagh to see what lessons they're learning right now, the current energy they're in, what they're working through. The Wisdom of the House of the Night for clarifiers, the Sacred Geometry for what's being activated, and the Alice in Wonderland Oracle for advice for you within this. So that's what you have to look forward to. Okay, so it's your opportunity to decide which pile you want: the green calcite, the rhodonite, the leopard skin jasper, I don't know why I'm saying that weird, and the blue calcite. You can also do it by the timestamps. Sometimes when I'm doing a pick a card and I can't decide, I look at the timestamp because numbers stand out to me. Whatever works for you. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. This is timeless. It can be at any time that you're wanting a little more understanding about what's going on in someone's life, your soulmate, your twin flame, divine partner, whether that be romantic or not, and whether you're in union or not. This is information on them. So let's get started. So we're going to just move our little cute twin flame Buddhas over here. And we are going to start with the green calcite. So if you picked that, that's going to be the first one we're going to go over here. So just to get started real quick, this is what Spirit wanted you to focus on, is your heart chakra, opening up your heart space, emotional balance, healing, release. Release of the old, release what's not serving you so that you can bring healing into yourself and peace and love within yourself, and also sharing that with your divine partner, your soulmate, twin flame. Bring emotional balance. I find pleasure in the simple joys of life. So that's just a message for you to get this started. Just find pleasure in the simple joys of life. Okay, this is the archetype card that came out of currently what the person that you're asking about is going through right now. The current energy they're in is damsel. Okay, so they're balancing the light attributes and the shadow attributes in this damsel type energy. So the light attributes are understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. So, and then the shadow attributes are waiting for a knight to provide for you seduction by romantic illusion. So this person that you're inquiring about is balancing the feminine within, balancing this damsel I feel like I'm feeling like kind of like a desperate, needy type energy. Like, oh my gosh, I have to have someone in order to be happy. They're realizing that they don't have to have someone to be happy, and they're working on loving themselves because they know that that's going to bring in a healthy relationship for them. So this is what your person is dealing with right now, balancing the shadow and the light within them in this damsel energy, knowing that they can rely on themselves, and they need to love themselves and see themselves as worthy before they're going to bring that partner in, or before they can be the best version of themselves for you. So this is like a continuous thing that they're working on. Yeah, and they're just really looking to rely on themselves for their happiness. They're understanding that that's important, as we all should understand that it's up to us. It's not up to anybody else to make us happy. It's up to us to decide we're going to be happy and choose things that are right for us. And that's what they're doing. They're working on their self-worth, I'm hearing. Okay, what lessons are they learning? We've got courage, abundance, and self-esteem. So the person you're inquiring about, what's being hidden from you is that they struggle with this, feeling good about themselves or self-esteem, having the courage to speak their truth, having the courage to say what they want. A lot of times people don't know how to tell people what they want because they don't want to come off in the wrong way. They just want to be people pleasers, some of them I'm hearing. And so they're finding that inner balance, that the courage to be authentic, to be themselves, to stand in their power, working on their solar plexus chakra, bringing healing to that area. And they're finding the inner strength to face the fear with confidence. So they're really working on themselves, and they're working at seeing themselves as being abundant and knowing they're a limitless being, and there's enough abundance for everyone in just everywhere in the world. Money wise, there's plenty of abundance for all of us. They're feeling abundant themselves on their own, in their own space. They're working on feeling abundant no matter what's going on around them. They're working on having abundant thoughts. That's the law of attraction. What we think is what we bring into our reality. So they're really working on being courageous to ask for what they want and allowing themselves to receive the gifts from the universe, not begging for them, not being desperate for them, but just knowing that they are their gifts and they deserve it. And they deserve to feel abundant on their own and feel good on their own so that they can be a better partner within the union. And this can be romantic or not, but this is what this person is working on. And self-esteem. Yeah, that's what I was feeling with the damsel. They're really working on self-esteem, knowing that they possess gifts of the soul that benefits themselves and others. So they're finding the value within themselves. They're wanting to be courageous and step forward with you. They're wanting to, this could be business partnership, like moving forward. Yes, I know I'm good enough, and I know this is an abundant opportunity, and I'm going to step out of the box and be courageous, even if it is on my own. And so they're really coming into this beautiful energy of finding themselves and feeling good on their own, which is what you want in any kind of partnership, family dynamic, friendship, or romantic relationship. If this is your twin flame that you're talking about, this is beautiful. They're working on feeling confident in who they really are and knowing that they are abundant. This relationship is abundant. You make them feel abundant. And so this is a very beautiful energy, but sometimes it does take time. Sometimes we have to kind of go through the shadow part of it. Like, it's an illusion that we can't take care of things on our own. We have the power. Each of us has the power to create the life that we want, and nobody can take that away from us. And they're really learning that. So what's being activated within them right now? What is Spirit really working on activated within them? Empowerment. Wow, how much more perfect can that be? So they're really feeling empowered by the universe, empowered by God, by Spirit, by who they really are. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. So they're feeling that connection. They're feeling that connection with you, and your energy, keeping yourself aligned, is helping them feel empowered to move forward with confidence. So you are playing a part in this. So it's important to release things of the past so that you can be ready for this union, so that you are feeling abundant, that you are feeling confident, because you're empowering them at the same time. And I'm going to read from the book here of the Sacred, Geometry, because I really like what it has to say. Empowerment refers to the process of enabling or giving power to. And we typically associate power with strength. In the new energy, however, strength not only refers to the totality of everything that makes us strong on the outside, like our physical form and shape, but includes the inner qualities of wisdom, balance, flexibility, adaptability, and courage. Our true power is deeply rooted in our knowing of who we are, our connection to source and self. When we are clear about who we are, we can be clear about what we are here to do. This clarity is empowering. In the empowerment image, we see human shapes with their arms. Here, I'll hold this here. If you guys can see it better, I'll try to hold it straight. Hopefully you can see that. The empowerment image, we see human shapes with their arms over their heads, referring to the state of completeness that every human can reach on their own. They also show us the power of our connection. Because we are all connected to the same source, we can overcome any perceived differences and combine our power towards a more conscious reality. All the shades and gradations of blue refer to our ability to express ourselves in the world. Blue is also considered to be the color of truth. The red in the center refers to our ability to ground and identify ourselves in the physical world. Red stimulates, see that? Red stimulates courage, strength, power, and determination. And the yellow ball emerging from the middle refer to the inner power that flows from our center onto the grid of the flower of life, the basis of our form-based reality. Beautiful. Wow, that's really beautiful. And it's, a message we all can take, not just to get guidance on the person that we're asking about, but also it helps ourselves, right? It helps us to know that this is going on with our partner, that this is what they're working on. This is what our soulmate, our twin flame, our divine partner is going through right now. So it's important to send them love from your heart space to theirs. They'll feel it. They'll feel it. All right, let's get some clarifiers here. The wisdom of the house of the night. Okay, the fledgling, new beginnings. This is what I see, the little heart, and their heart space is growing. They're opening up to who they really are. They're igniting the passion within themselves. They want new beginnings. They're becoming who they are truly meant to be. And that's a process sometimes. And we have to burn away the old and burn away belief systems and thought processes that aren't serving us. And that's what they're working on, because they want this new beginning for themselves and for you. And they're focused. Yeah, they're focused. They're like, I know what I want. You see that fire burning within her? The fire is burning within them for you. And they are really determined and focused and driven to reach their goals. And they're listening to spirit. You see that wisp? That's spirit. Like, here I am. I'm with you. So you've got the power of the universe with you and with this connection. Shoot the arrow at your target. Tell the universe, tell God what you want, and let go of the when, who, what, where, why. And look at all these flames. Wow, this is really a passionate connection, a very fiery connection, action. Like it just feels like passion and action, and it's just an eternal flame that you have with this person. It's eternal. This is destined. This is fated. I just love all the fire energy. And it's honest. They're being honest with themselves. They're being authentic. They're like, yeah, I know. I know I can be this way. And I know what my shadow sides are. And I know when my ego steps in and fear is false reality. And I'm going to be honest and authentic with myself. And this is a very honest and authentic union here. Very, very abundant, very passionate. and very authentic. And it's important for you to also be authentic with yourself, because we mirror one another, right? When we're coming into these unions and we want to be in union with someone who is our true match, well, we're mirroring one another, because like attracts like. The frequency that I'm vibing at is very high, and I'm going to keep it that way. And I invite everyone to join me. But I'm not going to go down, because I've worked so hard to come up to this high vibration. So I'm just going to stay here, and my counterpart is my vibration. My counterpart, my soulmates, my soul family, my twin flame, my divine partner is at my frequency. And it's a very important message for all of us. And lust, the lust card, I like this card. Some people say, oh, lust is a a sin or something, but I don't think so. Not with it. Look at them. They're just lustful within each other. There's no third parties in this picture. I see nothing of the sort. I see letting go and letting all of this fire. They're letting go of the past. They're letting go of past hurts, so that the fire burning within them, they're closing their eyes. They're thinking of you. They're wanting you. They're desiring you to be close to them. They're allowing themselves to let go and enjoy life, instead of being guarded and thinking they can't let themselves go because somebody's going to hurt them again. I mean, they trust you. There's a lot of trust in this relationship, and it's beautiful. It's like it's a really high vibing, spiritual, passionate union. And they, like I said, they feel very empowered by you. So your actions and what you're doing and not doing, and your thoughts, keep them abundant. Keep your dreams alive. Imagine the life that you want. Imagine the partner that you want. Even if you're already in union and you're with them, imagine, get this back again. Light the fire, because that's what they're working on. They're lighting the fire within to be who they truly are. And yeah, wow, and just be proud of them and honor them and send them love. And as the last card for this green calcite reading, for you, this group will be a message for you. What can you do at this time? Advice from Spirit for you. And these are from the Alice in Wonderland decks, and it's the right way. Number 21, if that means anything to you, or the number 3 added together, take that as it resonates. Learning to create what you desire. What did I just say? Abundant thoughts, because they turn into things. So we're just going to read this, because I really like what this book has to say too. The Frog Footman. So I'm just going to lay it here so that hopefully you can see that right there. So that's the frog, and that's her. The Frog Footman really does get to the heart of things. When we are pondering how to make a life dream happen, or how we are to get in, through, or to the other side of whatever issue is facing us, we might wonder if we are meant to get in at all, as the Frog Footman puts in. We can spend a great deal of time pondering our destiny, wondering if something is meant for us, and sometimes give it up to fate, proclaiming if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Alice has a different approach. She doesn't ask if it's meant to be, she asks how it will be done. This practical approach may not seem so spiritual to some, but we are not meant to go with the flow and see where life takes us. Or are we not meant, sorry, that's supposed to be the question. Are we not meant to go with the flow and see where life takes us? Here, Alice knows what must be done and sets out to discover how to achieve it. When this card comes to you, this is just what you must do. Do not wonder if something is meant for you, nor leave it in the hands of God. Instead, think of how it can be done. What practical steps can you take? How can you approach the problem in order to solve it? What action can be taken, and what advice can you seek? There is always a way through to the other side, but passively waiting and waiting and waiting for it to simply swing open is not as powerful as actively figuring out the puzzle and discovering how you are to reach the other side. So ask questions, seek advice, look again from a different angle. Think of the how. Wanting to get through to the other side of a situation, a desire to walk through the gateway, or a life transition to become an insider rather than remaining on the periphery. Wanting to have an impact, to be included, to be a part of activities, to have an influence on the world, a willingness to learn step by step. So this is you stepping out of the box and just listening to Spirit's advice, listening to divine guidance, and taking the steps, working on you, focusing on you, that staying aligned, staying abundant in your thoughts, knowing that you have what it takes, knowing that you deserve it and you're worthy, and you will attract that partner to you. Well, I wish you the best. We're going to move on to the next group. I appreciate all of your support and your love on this channel. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that you are enjoying it as well. So we're going to put this off to the side here. Okay, we're going to take the blue calcite now. So the blue calcite is emotional release, communication, tranquility. It's the throat and third eye. So it's seeing beyond the veil, seeing the truth with clarity, and speaking your truth in a creative and loving way. I am connected to a calming universal energy. We are all one here. We are all one. Okay, the blue calcite group number 2. What archetype are or is your person, your divine partner, your twin flame in right now? What are they working on? The saboteur. The light attributes of this highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring into your life. The shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So this person that you're inquiring about is really working on, and this has been a lesson for them, I'm feeling getting for a long time, is the fear of change, the fear of being who they truly are, of moving forward, spreading their wings, and not worrying about who they leave behind. I think I lived in this a little bit, so I can relate in my own ways. Like, I always have worked on myself and gone within, and it was important to look at my emotions. I've done a lot of work diving deep into my emotions, but at the same time, I feel like I held myself back because I thought, well, what if I leave these people behind? Like, because I know how powerful I am and I know how far I can go in life. And I'm finally stepping into that I have no fear of it. I don't have any fear of being successful and abundant and living my best life and speaking my truth. That's why I started this channel. This is, these are the messages that come through me. Other messages come through other people, but there's so many people in the world that are ready to hear these messages and wake up. So they're waking up to the fact that they've caused some self-destruction in their own life, and their lies and manipulations that they maybe have caught up in, even if it's just lying to themselves, is catching up with them. And so they're really working on empowering themselves to be the person that they are meant to be. And so they're working on speaking their truth and seeing the truth. And sometimes that's hard. It's hard to tell ourselves the truth. It is hard to get over that darn ego. But that damn ego, I'm going to call it that damn ego. That damn ego, it can be helpful at times, but there's a lot of times where it's not, because fear is a false reality. So they're really working to see the truth of who they are. And what lessons are they learning right now? Regret, worry, denial. Well, I guess that's perfect, considering that this is the energy that they're in right now, that they're learning from. So, a lot of things have happened in this person's life. This person has been through a lot of challenges, a lot of contrasts, and they're working through them, wanting to release regrets of the past, like I shoulda, coulda, woulda, worrying about things that may or may not happen. Worry is a waste of time. I will tell everybody all day long, it's a waste of time. What good is it going to do except for clutter your thoughts and not allow you to see the truth? So they're working to declutter their thoughts, declutter their life, release regrets, and stop denying themselves of the abundance that they know they deserve. And they're wanting to open up and express themselves and be creative and be who they are. And they're really working on becoming more aware, changing the way that they're thinking about things, the way that they're approaching things. I get like a hanged man type of a vibe. Like they're really trying to see things from a different point of view, and they know that they can't change the past. So why regret what's happened? They're realizing, they're coming to a point of realization that there is no good or bad or right or wrong. It's a chosen experience. So when you know that it's a chosen experience in your life and that you can learn from it and grow from it instead of let it bring you down and hold you back, it's a beautiful transformation into who you really are and to moving forward and ending cycles. I hear they're ending cycles. They're ending things in their life that no longer serve them. But it is a process, so be patient. You know, they're really, trying to understand themselves right now is what I'm hearing. And what's being activated in excuse me, that throat chakra is active right now. So they are really working on that, clearing that space. So you can send them good healing and good loving energy and to help them clear this throat space and open up their third eye. Energetically, meditation, with your thoughts, a prayer, whatever it is that you feel guided to do. So, okay, perfect. What's being activated within them is their crown chakra activation, their activation to the divine, their connection to God, to source, to the universe. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're working, they're understanding now that they're not this human living here in this 3D world, that they also have their higher self, their source energy self, the infinite intelligence of who they really are, and they have access to this. And so this is being activated so that they can more clearly understand. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol of the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings. Oh, exactly what I said. To the whole. Thank you, Spirit. The color violet is associated with the 7th or crown chakra, located at the top of the head. It is associated with our personal spiritual connection to the universe and source. Violet has the highest frequency in the visible spectrum of light and is therefore linked to the flame of transmutation, the violet flame, which burns away all negativity and transmutes it into the light. Violet is the color of cleansing, purification, magic, mystery, and mysticism. Our sense of empathy and unity are associated with this chakra. Wow, that's beautiful. They're lighting the violet flame within and burning away all those violent negative thoughts. That's what I was trying to say. And that fits perfectly because they're really working on letting go of worry and regrets and denying themselves of what they deserve. Beautiful. Now we're going to see some clarifier cards with the Wisdom of the House at night to just kind of get a little more energy around the person you're inquiring about. Invisible. For a long time, they have felt invisible, but they're realizing that they did that. They sabotaged themselves. They weren't allowing themselves to shine, through fears and everything that's happened in their life. And they don't want to be invisible anymore. They want to be seen for who they truly are. And they're really working on themselves. So really be proud of this person because they really are working to speak their truth and come out of their shell, come out of their box and be who they're meant to be. Yeah, they know that the entrapments has been self-imposed. Like they felt trapped for a long time. They felt trapped in all of these thoughts and all of these belief systems and programs that have been drilled into them since their childhood. And no judgment or no fault of the people involved, but they're just knowing now that it's them, that they can get themselves out of this cage, that they can rise up and be seen. and that their gifts are wonderful and beautiful to share. They're willing to take the risk. They're willing to take the risk in this partnership, this soulmate, this twin flame connection. They're willing to take the risk. They're seeing the value in you and risking it and opening their heart. Look how open she is. And it doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine. This is you. This is the person you're inquiring about. They're open. They're feeling free. They're getting out of this trapped energy, and they want to be seen, and they'll just jump off the cliff. They're ready. They're ready to take the leap of faith into their new life. Wow. And it's, perfect. It's leading them to love, and they know they're loving themselves so much that they're working on all these things. They're really, really working on their self-love and understanding who they really are. And they know that they have the power within, that nobody else and nothing else has power over them. And they're wanting to share this love with you. That's really lovely. And advice for you during this time in this group. This is advice for you from Alice. 32, if numbers mean anything to you, number 32 or 5. 5 is about change. Belong to your own dream. Create your own life. So what Spirit is saying is during this process of your partner, your soulmate, your twin flame, working out all these things and really walking the path to love, to self-love, to unconditional love to share with you, is belong to your own dream. Not what everyone else tells you to do, not what you think you're supposed to do based on, what you've learned so far. What do you really want? And focus on you. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on what you want out of life, because what you imagine, what you're dreaming about, will become your reality. When Alice plaintively wonders whether everything she is experiencing is a part of a great dream, the same dream shared by many beings, she wonders whose dream it is. Just like Alice, we ought to be concerned about whether we are living in our own dreams, making our own mistakes, following our own hearts, or simply doing what others believe we ought, and thus making their mistakes, following what their hearts think is best for us, and living in their dreams. Some people in some societies are very powerful. Our culture would like us to live a certain dream, to marry, to have a home, a good job, and then die peacefully. But that dream, the collective dream, or the dream of our rulers, may not be your dream. This card asks you to remember your own dreams and wishes, and to set about making sure they are governing your choices. Many people will encourage you to head in certain direction and live a particular way that nearly everyone will agree is right. But you have your own dream, a life in which you will live a little more adventurously and strangely than many others. It's time to break free of the collective dream and live within your own. Belong to only one dream. Magical soul. Belong to your own. That's beautiful, and it ties everything together for everyone, I feel. And the divination message is finding you have been following a plan and a path that is not truly your own, deciding to take steps to live in a way that is authentic and truly your own, rebelling, wishing to live in your own world, no longer making decisions, staying with people or in jobs that are not part of your dream, not being directed or governed by the desires and dreams of others, deciding to make some big changes towards following the path that your soul's true dream for its evolution in this life. That is your soul's true dream for its evolution in this lifetime. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Choose yourself. Always choose yourself. Always choose yourself. Love yourself, because when you do that and you work on yourself and you work to stay aligned, you will bring in your partner, your perfect match, your frequency match. When you vibe high and you have abundant thoughts, then you attract a partner that does the same. And this could be in any kind of relationship that we're talking about. That's beautiful. I really hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate all of you. Please comment how it resonates with you. And I really do wish you the best, and I appreciate you all. We're going to go to the Rhondonite. Rhondonite, the third group. Cosmic connection, high vibration, acceleration. Heart and root chakra. Opening your heart space, receiving unconditional love, living your life through your heart, listening with your heart, speaking with your heart, and feeling grounded in who you are and safe and secure, and all of your material needs being met. I use my gifts to fulfill my soul's purpose. So this is a message for you to connect with the person listening to this message. So you're being activated right now with this opportunity for a higher vibration, keeping your thoughts clean and using your gifts to fulfill your soul's purpose and not for your ego, is what I'm hearing. So we're just going to stack these. They're out of the way. Okay, so what archetype is your person, your divine partner, your twin flame, your soulmate, whoever you asked about and thought about prior to this reading? What are they in right now? Scribe. The light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. The shadow attribute is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So this person that you're asking about has definitely struggled with speaking their own truth and being authentic with themselves and authentic with others. And they're wanting to share the knowledge that they've learned and the wisdom that they learned, but from a spiritual perspective instead of from their ego. And a lot of times when we're in our ego and we're saying things and we're writing things down and we're relaying things from our ego, our fear-based, I have to take control. I have to dominate. I have to manipulate. That's the only way that I'm going to get what I want. Well, that's not going to serve you any good, because the way the law of attraction is, if you do that, you're going to attract more of that. And sure, people can get money and stuff being that way, but are they really happy? Are they really fulfilled? So they're realizing that the things that they've done in the past and maybe taken advantage of others is not the way that they want to be. And they really have learned a lot. They're taking opportunity to learn and grow from their life instead of sticking in the shadow. But it definitely can be a struggle for them, the control thing I'm hearing. And speaking authentically and honestly and truthfully. What lessons are they learning now? Loneliness, peace, imagination, they felt lonely in this life a lot. Like, even though they have people around them and they may even have been in relationships or been married before, or, have a lot of people around at work, they still feel lonely. But they're realizing that they're never alone, because spirit is always with them, even when they're not around other people. And so they're really working through feeling like they belong, feeling that people care about them and are compassionate. So an important thing that you can do for this person is be compassionate and be caring and express yourself in a very heart-centered, spiritually enlightened, empowering way, because they will learn from you through that. And they're finding the peace. They're finding the peace and balance within, and they're releasing negative energy that doesn't serve them anymore. Relationships, belief systems. They're working to find the peace and balance within, and coming from a place of love, like I said, and knowing that they're not alone and that they can have peace even when they are alone writing. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to have people around them to feel like they have connection, because they know that they're connected to all that is. And they're using their imagination, and their thoughts are they're using their imagination and positive thoughts, and they're being creative. They're writing, they're singing, they're dancing, they're whatever it is that's creative for them. They're wanting to get that knowledge out somehow and share it with other people. And they're using their imagination to get the life that they've always wanted and to overcome their loneliness. So sometimes we have to imagine that we're in this beautiful relationship and we have our twin flame, our soulmate with us. So, we have to imagine it before it comes into life. We have to dream it into life. And so that's the key, is they're dreaming you into life. They're dreaming this union into life. They're dreaming abundance into life. It's beautiful. And what's being activated right now? Divine feminine. So whether they are a masculine or a feminine, the divine feminine within is being activated right now. The frequency of the divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Like I said, they're being creative. They're in that loving energy, that peaceful energy that the divine feminine, offers. How lovely. It feels so just flowing and gorgeous and goddess-like. And they're sitting in this energy. Three-dimensional reality is based on the duality between opposites and their external movement towards union. Everything is created in pairs: male, female, matter, spirit, empty, full, dark, light, and so on. Without the tension caused by the magnetic push and pull of duals, there would be no movement. And without movement, there would be no life as we know it. When the push and pull of opposites is equal, a state of balance is achieved. For humans to live harmoniously with each other, the masculine and the feminine have to reach a state of union, both outward in relationship with each other, as well as inward in balanced state of heart, mind, and soul. The masculine and feminine attributes inside all of us have to be fully realized, understood, and expressed. Now that we are moving into new energy, the enhanced qualities of these two opposites in human nature are emerging and urging us to let go of the roles we have traditionally assigned in the past, allowing a new masculinity and new femininity to arrive. The divine feminine is fluid and receptive. It surrenders and opens and is able to easily give away and pull towards galaxies of emptiness and higher consciousness when facilitated by true divine masculinity. This femininity is intrinsically connected to the higher realms and Mother Earth, giving birth to life, ideas, expressions, and dreams. The color pink is associated with the universal love for oneself and others. Let me see if I can hold this up just so you can look at it a little better. Hopefully it's not. There we go. Okay, the color pink is associated with the universal love for oneself and others, with sweetness and with tender and care. All attributes are associated with feminine qualities. Brighter pink brings an aspect of the aliveness, excitement, high energy, and power. There are various elements of the flower of life visible as reference to the three-dimensional reality we are creating here on Earth. The light blue refers to our ability to express ourselves with honesty, tenderness, and kindness. The 4 stars in the corners refer to our form-based reality. The water in the background is representative of the emotional plane, the realm mostly associated with the feminine. Wow. This is just beautiful energy coming into balance within themselves. And they're also seeing the beauty in the divine feminine. If you're a divine feminine watching, they're seeing the beauty in you and the beauty of having that feminine energy fill them, because they feel loved and they don't feel alone, because they feel you and they feel the true balance within themselves. And so be patient with them at this time. Be loving and generous and open and kind, because this is beautiful, beautiful healing happening right now. So what else is going on? What more clarifiers on what's going on? Okay, they're learning to trust. They're learning to trust themselves again. They're learning to trust that they can make good decisions for themselves, and they've come to a place where they want to bring the scales back into balance. See how she's holding the scales there? She's blinded because her third eye is open. She doesn't need to see with her physical eyes because she knows the truth. And she speaks the truth with clarity. So they're speaking their truth with clarity and bringing things back again into balance. They're summoning their inner power. They're summoning the strength from within to create the reality that they know, and using their imagination and magic. And also another message is that your light is guiding them home. I see this as the feminine's focused light, like bringing the divine masculine home. So whether that's within yourself or this is the partner that you're summoning to you, you are being summoned and you are summoning. So what do you want? Focus on what you want and then let go and let it come in. The moon, so, fears, false realities, things are being illuminated. Black cats are magical to me. So it's this, again, divine feminine, the moon is a very feminine energy. So they're really being filled with and comforted by this feminine energy, and illuminating their fears so they can get through them, so they can work through them and move on to union with you and being the best version of themselves. And the High Priestess of Water, yeah, this is emotional. This is the Queen of Cups. 4 is stability. So, and this is another 4 right here. So, they're working on stability within themselves, the balance, balancing their emotions with their thoughts. They're building a bridge from their crown chakra, from God, from their mind to their heart, and becoming centered in their heart space. And they want to share love with you. And they appreciate the divine feminine. Whether they are feminine or not, they're really appreciating this loving, generous, intuitive energy. Wow, that's really, really beautiful. And this is a message for you, the person that's listening to this. This is a message for you in moving forward. Messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. Rabbits are fertile, creative. They, populate easily. So if you're wanting to get pregnant or thinking about it, it might be a good time. Whenever I see a rabbit, I think of that. 6s are reminiscent of the past. So maybe learning from the past. Maybe you have a rabbit as your spirit guide. Perhaps cats, something. These animals are showing up for a reason. Let's read what it has to say. Within this card, Alice finds herself fetching gloves and a fan for the white rabbit. While she hurries to help the strange little creature, she begins to imagine her cat, Dinah, giving orders. Alice wonders what she might be commanded to do once she returns home. In Wonderland, the lines that divide humans and animals are very, very blurred. When this card comes to you, it suggests that you can also understand the needs of creatures, animals, and wild things. By stilling the human world about you and tuning into the greater world, the energy that is all about us, you will know what's needed. This card also suggests time spent with creatures who are not human. You will become very close to a beloved animal, perhaps a pet or an animal you take care of. You delight in their company and in taking care of their needs. You will be fascinated with the way in which they communicate, and you will learn more about what they mean when they go about their usual habits. In short, you will become more attuned to the non-human world. The lines between animals and people are beginning to grow less and less visible, as it is in Wonderland. You will help animals. They will appreciate this, and you will be rewarded with a greater understanding, deeper connection, and many delightful moments as you come to know each other. When this card comes to visit, you will be gifted with affection, loyalty, and expansion of your world. Stay aware of animal visitations, for a wondrous spirit is speaking with you through their pure and wild presence. Wow. What really stood out to me is you will be gifted with affection, loyalty, and expansion of your world because of this connection. And that animal spirits and animal guides can teach you a lot because they come from a place of unconditional love. They go through their life based on their feelings and their instincts, as should we. The divination message: animal communication, a proximity to animals, enjoying the company of animals, an interest in animal behavior and symbology, feeling drawn to animals more so than humans, intuitively understanding their needs, rewards of friendship, closeness, and trust. So possibly you're thinking about getting an animal. Maybe you're waiting for this partnership to come in, and you're wanting to share your love with someone. We'll share it with an animal. Visit your local zoo. We have a lion habitat here that, in Las Vegas that would be great, to visit. Things like that. And go connect with spirit. Go connect in nature and find out the answers that way. Look at it from a different point of view when you're thinking about your connection with this person. And listen, because they do have a lot to teach us. They really do. Interesting message. Let me know how that resonates. Let me know how animals resonate. A rabbit, a cat. Does any of that resonate with you? Or what animals are your spirit animals? I'd like to know. And I really do truly appreciate all of you and your support on my channel. And I do wish you the very best with this. And I will talk with you later. We're going to move on to the next group. The next group is the Leopard skin jasper, journeying, protection, harmony. I'm hearing somebody's going to journey, go on a vacation. You're going to take a trip and you're going to meet this person, or you're taking a trip with this person, or one of you is literally moving. There's something about journeying, moving, going across water. That will mean something to someone out there for this group. Protection and harmony. It's the crown, heart, and root chakra. So feeling grounded and protected and safe, and all your material needs being met. Opening your heart space and listening to source. Listening to God. I treat myself and others with gentleness and kindness. So that's your message from Spirit. To treat yourself and others with gentleness and kindness. Okay, what archetype, we said that kind of funny, is the person that you're inquiring about, your twin flame, your soulmate, your divine partner, whoever you were inquiring about or thinking about? What is going on with them? What are they in energy they're in? Well, they're in hermit mode, okay? So the light attributes of a hermit is seeking solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. So going within and finding the answers within, and getting the answers by connecting with the nature, by connecting with God, connecting with source, versus asking other people. The shadow attributes is withdrawals from society out of fear or negative judgment from others, refusing to help those in need. So the person you're inquiring about is going through a spiritual transformation right now. They are moving past the ego and integrating the spirit within them. They may tend to withdraw at times because they need this healing in this space. So allow them to withdraw, allow them to have time to themselves, because this is very beneficial. I know I'm a Virgo and I'm a hermit by nature. I can be alone quite a bit because I know I'm never alone. I'm constantly speaking with spirit speaking through me. I channel all the time. I've been doing it my whole life. I just finally came to be aware of this. So I need this time for myself. And it's not because I don't like other people or I don't want other people around. It's just my opportunity to recharge. So this person just needs an opportunity to recharge. So the message from Spirit is be patient at this time. Send them love from your heart space. They're working through their fears and wanting to share the wisdom that they have and wanting this healing to occur so that they can break out of their shell, break out of this box and come out into the world and really feel confident in who they are. And so they're in solitude right now, but they are healing and they are seeing the light and they will emerge. Is what I just heard. What lessons are they learning right now? They're learning about humor, the lighter side of life, empathy, seeing both sides of the situation. It's not just about them. They know it's about other people and their growth too. And so they're really working on that. And blame, that's a tough one for a lot of people. It's so easy for people to blame someone else. It's so easy to do that. Not as easy to take ownership for our own shit. Okay? It's not as easy. But this person is going within, seeing the lighter side of things, empathizing with you and others in their life, learning from their experiences and knowing that they have to take ownership on what they brought to them. Because that's how it works. That's how the law of attraction works. It's not about the other person, it's about us. So if you're experiencing anything in your life that's causing you discomfort, you have to ask yourself, or it would be smart to ask yourself and good to ask yourself, well, what am I learning from this? Why did I attract this to me? Not blaming someone else and saying, oh my gosh, this person did that and this person did that. Well, if it's in your life, you brought it to you to learn and grow, and that's just it. And once we can accept that, we can be lighter with ourselves and laugh with ourselves and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I brought that to me again. This just a different person, but the same relationship. Come on. A lot of us have been through that. Or a different job, but the same treatment. You know what I mean? It's like when you move, if you're going to move and you're journeying, don't take the past with you, because the past will come with you no matter where you are. You are wherever you are. So what energy do you want to bring with you? Because that's what they're working on. They're working on bringing the best energy, the best aspects of themselves and what they've learned forward, seeing the humor in it all, that life really is, a movie, and it's our own creation, and we're the director, and learning how to direct and being empathetic and seeing other sides of things, and instead of only selfishly, only about themselves and their ego. They're moving past all of that, and they're accepting responsibility for themselves, which is great. That's what you want from any partner, accepting responsibility that they are the ones that make themselves happy. It's not your job, it's their job, and they know that. But sometimes they need you to be patient and let them have their time to go in their cave and think about things and get themselves out, because that's key anyways. It's our job to keep ourselves aligned. It's not someone else's job, and it's their job to keep themselves aligned, and being a hermit is a way that they do that at times, and just accepting that about them and being okay with it. What's being activated within is alchemy. Number 8, that's infinity, infinite possibilities for abundance. What a beautiful energy to be in. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allows the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So yes, they're going within, realizing how magical they really are. And we're going to read that from the book, because I like what the book has to say. Alchemy usually refers to the process of transforming matter, particularly that from metal into gold. In a more esoteric sense, alchemy has been associated with magical transformations that have to do with longevity. Magic is as real as we allow ourselves to believe. Whether we aim to transform metal into gold or wish to find the secret to life itself, the immortality of the soul. When we access the mysterious, subtle, and often undefined parts of ourselves that light up, we get a taste of real magic. Love is one of the greatest, most mysterious, and magical energies in the universe. When love comes to us and we open our hearts to welcome it, true alchemy can work its magic on every aspect of our being. In tantric traditions, it is believed that when two people merge through not only their physical bodies, but with all the energetic aspects of themselves aligned as well, they can reach states of consciousness that have powerful rejuvenating effects and can even open the door to immortality. These heightened states of consciousness can also be achieved by a single individual. The key either way is the intentional, directed, deep state of love that merges all dualistic aspects, the masculine and the feminine, with others, and ultimately within ourselves. The alchemy image shows, let's see, I'll hold it up so we can see better. Hopefully that's a good picture there. The alchemy image shows how one becomes two, or is it the other way around? From the center source, spin the two aspects of the masculine left with the upward triangle and the feminine right with the downward triangle, representing the dualistic world of the physical plane. The bright orange represents the color of our sacral chakra, which is linked to our sexuality, our connection with others, and its freeing effect on the body and mind. Purple and violet represent our connection to the higher realms and source, indicating that our consciousness is as much a part of the merging as our physical bodies are. The large triangle refers to the union between the masculine and feminine, where the upward triangle represents the masculine and the downward one is the feminine. The number 6 circles light sources, represents harmony, love, and balance. I mean, if this isn't twin flame energy, I don't know what is. Balancing the masculine and feminine within and with others, and the sacral chakra with our sexuality and our connection to others. Harmony, love, balance. I mean, this is just incredible energy that's happening. And that's what's being activated. Hallelujah. Activation, please. What else is going on? Again, a confirmation. They're connecting to spirit. They're connecting with source in the universe. They're going within to transform their life and live from a place of love. So this is just another confirmation that spirit is with them and guiding them. And also spirit is in on this union. This is is fated. This is destined. Wishing. You've been wishing of that for them. They've been wishing for you. They're ending cycles in their lives and they're beginning new ones. And they're realizing that their wishes are coming true. So that's why that they're doing the work they're doing, is to let go of things that aren't serving them, because their wishes are coming true and Spirit is telling them they're listening. They're manifesting what they want in this life. They're unlocking the doors to the forbidden. That once was forbidden is not forbidden anymore. The knowledge that was once locked up is not locked up anymore. They are unlocking all the knowledge of the universe, I'm hearing. Wow, I've never felt that from this card, but in this reading, they are unlocking all the knowledge from the universe and realizing that they have all the answers within to manifest the life that they have dreamed of. And they are wanting to meet you at the Grove. There's Cat. If that's a message for you, cats are very magical. I love cats, but they're waiting for you at the Grove. They are on the right path. You are on the right path, and they're waiting for you to meet them at the Grove when you both have walked through the doors of the forbidden, unlocked your gifts. You know who you are. You're connected to Source. You're balanced. You're aligned. You're coming from a place of love, and they want to meet you here. So if you've got some things to finish up, do it, because they're ready to meet you here. They're coming out of this, and they're going to meet you here. They're taking the steps forward. Yeah, they've got passion and fire lighting the way, and 5s are numbers of change. So they are looking for change. They're looking for passion. They're connected to Spirit. They know what they want, and they are ready to take action and come out of this. But they've had to go through this, and if there's a little bit longer for some people to be in this, allow this, because this is what's coming. Passion, connection, all your wishes coming true, unlocking gifts that you didn't even know you had within you. You're going to unlock them together because you're on the right path, and this is divinely guided and fated. Now, this last message is for you from the Alice Wonderland Oracle. Growing up, wanting to grow in experience, rejection of perpetual youth. Again, this is 17, if that means something to someone. I pay attention to numbers, but this is another number, is the number 8. So you and this person are manifesting what you want. So what do you want? Because whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you're praying for is going to come true if you could just open your arms to receive it and allow it. Okay, 17. Alice is in Wonderland, and she wonders if she will ever leave or change or grow older. She understands this can have benefits, never growing old. We'll put that here so you can look at it. Never growing old, infirm, forgetful, or having to rely upon others as the old so often must do. Even at her tender age, she realizes that if she stays young, she will always have lessons to learn, and that will be a great disadvantage. For Alice wishes to be clever, wise, and to have learned her lessons so she can move on to having a good life. When this card comes to you, it's a reminder of the many benefits of growing older and maturing. It encourages you to take each lesson as it comes, knowing that you will become wise in time. If you were to stay young forever, these lessons would simply repeat, and there would be no real getting of wisdom. Alice does not wish to become old, but nor does she wish to stay young and unwise. So consider the benefits of growing older. Surround yourself with people of varied ages and learn from their experiences. Work through your own lessons with practicality, patience, and enjoyment. We change physically as we grow older, and we become those to whom others turn to make sense of life. Make becoming an ancient and elder your goal. Reject the need to stay one age forever, for that will keep you from the growth your soul longs for. The divination message, understanding that the years bring their lessons to you. Embrace becoming an elder. Watch time make its marks upon you and embracing the signs of aging. Understanding the wisdom that can come with age. Being young at heart, yet yearning for encounters that will help you evolve, grow, and experience the fullness of life. I always say age is just a number anyways. So it's becoming wiser. It's learning your lessons. It's understanding that things happen for a reason and you brought them to you to learn and grow. And once we can do that, I have a youthful heart. I am young at heart. And I will do whatever it takes to take care of my physical body and move forward in the best way that I can. And that's okay. But growing in wisdom, no more refusing to own up, just like we were saying, they're owning up to their own responsibility, you owning up to yours too, and learning from it, because you have a lot to teach one another within this union, and you have a lot of gifts to share with the world, as well as does your partner and this soulmate, this twin flame. So it's time to grow up a little. Sometimes people say, oh, what age would you be if you stayed? You know what? I love where I'm in all the time. I wouldn't want to go back to being a teenager. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, all the stuff I've been in through my life, through this, this existence so far, I don't want to go through them again. I already learned that shit. I'm done. I'm ready to move forward and learn other things. So it's like, that's the empowerment that you get from it. Is like, oh my gosh, I've already been through this, and I've said my whole life, I've gone through this, that, and then some, so that I can help other people. And that's the same with you. And thank you so much for being here on my channel. I appreciate all the support, and I would love to hear how this resonates with you. And I wish you all the best.